We are live. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. So, absolutely buzzing for this one tonight, guys. Mr. Kev McNaughton, Aberdeen, Cardiff Legend. And yes, we have action. How are you doing, Cookie? Guys, as you're jumping on, give a little comment. Give this post a wee share, that would be much appreciated. And we're going to get to it in just a minute. So, first of all, Kev, thanks very much for coming on tonight, mate.
No worries at all, mate. I'm not really spoilt for other things to do, mate. I'm just obviously stuck in the house like you, so it's good to have a chat.
That's it, mate. Like, having so much time on my hands just now, that's what I was like. I was thinking about doing something like this for ages. And then just being in it at the nights and I was just like, let's do it, just get it done.
Yeah, I know. I'm the same. See, since the lockdown, I've actually probably done a lot more stuff, just about the house and stuff like that. Try to do DIY. I'm not great at it, but I've started doing a few things. It's probably a bad thing, actually.
I got as much as doing spraying the monoblock, mate. That was it. I can't do DIY. So, mate, what else have you been up to in the lockdown?
I do a few paintings and that, so I've got my website set up and I sell paintings, so I've kind of I'd not done it for a while, I've not done it for a couple of years, to be honest. We left it for ages, so I've just tried to get back into doing that and try to get a few paintings done. Just done a Dundee one pretty recently, so for McBurty, for Jamie McBurty was, so I got him done one, and just like everybody else, kind of getting a bit bored now, getting a bit sick of it, but it's got to be done.
I hear your paintings are amazing, mate. Was that something you just took up, or were you always like artistic when you were younger?
I did it at school. I wouldn't say it was anything special, to be honest with you, but I just remember trying to take it at school, and my dad was like, "You're at the wind up. There's no way you're taking art. You're just there to arse about." But he went into the school and he seen some of my paintings and that. He said, "Actually, fair play. You're actually not too bad at it." So, but I never did anything until I think I got a bad injury when I was playing football, and then I just took it up. And I think somebody seen a picture of what I did, and then was like, "I'll pay for it. I'll buy that off you." And I thought to myself, "Come on, I'm going to be retiring in a couple of years, so might be something to do, just." As a hobby, and to maybe just sell a few as well, get a wee website set up, which the last few years sort of done, so it's been good.
That's quality, mate. Quality. So, Kev, let's take one on a wee journey, my man, because obviously I can you for scale, you're a year above me, a couple of years above us in football. But what a player, mate. Even like at an early age when we were young, and you were able to see that you were ahead of the game. And I think a lot what I realise now looking back is like when we were out as youngins at the weekend, you were never there much.
Nah, I was a wee bit more sensible, like. Nah, I was one of these guys just quite obsessed with football, really. Just kind of, if I wasn't out playing with mates playing football, I was kicking about with my brother in the house. It was a good thing to him. Obviously, my brother was decent at football, so whenever me and my brother and my dad were playing football, it was a good standard because my brother was a very good player as well at that age, sort of thing. So I think when you're competing with somebody as well, it makes a difference. So that pushed me on anyway. And obviously, it got picked up pretty early as well with Aberdeen, so that as well, just being around, even like I know you were speaking to Charlie Adam. He was in the same sort of fold as me at Aberdeen when we used to train at Dundee. So there was a collective of half decent players, and it was competitive, and that pushed me on a wee bit as well.
What age did you go to Aberdeen at, Kev?
I think I signed with him about the age of 14. I was training with him. I trained with him since I was only about 11 or 12, maybe. I trained with him for a couple of years. Used to go up through summer holidays and stuff like that. But back then, it was an S form. It wasn't like they've got youth academies and things like that now, but it was just S form. So as soon as you signed an S form, that was you attached to the club, but you still played with your Sunday boys teams and stuff like that. But it's obviously a wee bit different. You get, as soon as you sign with a youth academy, that's you basically in the fold sort of thing. So at the age of sort of 14, I was signed S form, and that was me attached to Aberdeen then. And then I just lucky enough got offered a year's contract to go professional with Aberdeen, and it was quite fast tracked really. I was one of these pretty lucky in terms of the opportunities I got pretty early on, but I was thankfully did well enough to take them, and I was sort of within a year of me being full time, I was in the first team basically.
A year?
Yeah, I'd only had 1 year at youth team, and then the following season I was in the first team. So just faced the age of 17, going up full time professional. Just before my 18th birthday, I made my debut for Aberdeen.
That's quality. Because I remember you played above yourself in Sunday League, though, did you?
I always played ahead of myself, and it's something that obviously I work with Dundee now in the youth academy, and it's something that I'm quite keen to push guys on. See if they're a wee bit better than the rest of the pack. You've got to push guys on a bit and just got to challenge them a wee bit, because it certainly worked for me. I got pushed on a bit, and I was always kind of playing ahead of myself, and that gives you a wee bit of drive as well, because I was always looking ahead thinking I want to get actually to the next bit. I want to go, when I was at Aberdeen under 18s, I wanted to play for reserves. Yeah. When I'd got a few games for reserves, the next stage was, come on, the next stage is the first team. So you've always got to, for me, I always had sort of goals. I was always keen to make them goals and sort of take that as a sort of challenge.
What was it like moving up there?
It was tough to begin with, really tough. Obviously, you're going into digs with people you don't know, sort of thing, at the age of 16, 17. I was not the loudest guy in the world, so it was hard for me. So I didn't really settle in. Probably about 6-7 weeks in the line before I settled in. For those first 6-7 weeks, I was like, I'm not sure if this is for me. I'm not sure if this is my cup of tea. So, but after that, I settled in well, and then I kicked on. For me, the big thing for me is when I went full time after about 7 weeks, I actually felt I was improving. Yeah. As a player, and see when you get that, see when you feel that, we sort of come on, get better. It gets this proper shot in the arm, and my confidence grew for that. So I proper kicked on sort of after that initial sort of spell in the first team.
Really started at Aberdeen, were you, Kev?
Would like to. Phil Maguire was there. Again, I was always playing up, so I was playing with a lot of. I always felt inferior to these guys I was playing with. They were really quality players. Darren and Derek Young, guys like Phil Maguire was there, and there was Darren Mackey, and guys like what? See, my actual youth team from the youth team I played in, there was about 8 or 9 players who actually turned full professionals and actually dug out a decent career. So it's not something that's common.
No, definitely, mate. You won the youth cup in that, did you?
Yeah, we won the year before. We won the league, and then the sort of influx of them players got pushed into the reserves, and because I was still younger, I played another year, and then we won the league. The youth cup. So being in that sort of environment as well, it's a successful one as well, was good. It was like you felt like going into reserves, you could take your sort of that momentum into the reserves as well. So you felt like, we're good enough to compete with the sort of Celtics and Rangers as well. You weren't really phased when you went in to play against these boys. Even though when the step up was a lot harder. So when you went to first team, obviously Celtic and Rangers, you're playing against international footballers. Yeah.
What was that step up for you like, going into the first team, making your debut in that?
I was so lucky in terms of the opportunity I got. It was my first ever squad I ever got called into, and I was just there really. I think I was there to just make up the numbers, but just so happened that the left back, Jamie McAllister, left back, got injured after about half an hour in my first ever game against, I think, St Mirren. And it was me and another experienced, it was centre half, me and an experienced centre half sat on the bench, and I thought, he's going to probably put centre half on left back. But he ends up giving me the shout at half time. So I'm obviously, I've no time to think about it. So first of all, I'm on the bench, and the next minute I'm on the pitch. So I'd not had any chance to to get rabbit in the headlights sort of moment. So I was just, after that, it was like, this is great. So playing straight into the team. And then, because I did all right, I came in and did well. I stayed in the team. So I ended up playing the rest of the season, near enough the full season.
Did you play the rest of the season at left back?
Yeah, majority at left back, which wasn't really my position. I never really played a lot at left back, but I was naturally a centre half. That because it was too small, just got one of these guys. Just got you're now a fullback. So I was sort of learning my trade as a fullback in the first team. So it was hard. It wasn't easy. Yeah. So, but the thing with me, I was quick and I was athletic, so it suited the position, but I was still learning. I was learning. I had to learn quite quick, but because of my pace and things, I had good recovery. So if I made a mistake, it was always usually good enough to get back in and recover. So that was the one thing probably stood me in good stead for the rest of my career, was that wee turn of pace I had when I was younger.
Yep. Who gave you your debut, Kev?
It's a guy called Eb Skovdal, who was he's a character. He's a Scandinavian guy who he came in and brought in a load of these, quite a lot of different sort of techniques and stuff that a lot of the older guys at the time were just like, this is crazy. Yeah, they brought in a lot of free weights. He was actually quite ahead of his time with the weightlifting and stuff like that. So, I was 17, 18, and I was squatting and doing deadlifts and stuff. As a footballer around that time, you would. That was the first time I'd seen it, and a lot of the first team boys they didn't really take it at all, really.
Yeah.
Because I was young, I was like, I knew nothing different, so I embraced it. I quite liked it, and it's something I ended up taking out through my whole career, was that sort of looking after yourself type of thing. But he was good. He was a character that used to come out with some strange things, some strange quotes.
Like what?
Yeah, we played Celtic, and we played I'm sure it was like a 5-4-1 formation. It was something horrendous. We just put so many men behind the ball, right, and we just defended for 90 minutes. And I think 88th minute they score to make it 1-0. Oh, it's totally demoralising. And he came out of the press straight afterwards, and he was just like, the operation was a success, but the patient died. So that's what he's coming with. It's like, he come out of the press. Somebody, honestly, he used to come out with loads. Somebody hit him with loads of statistics, and we was like, so Celtic did this, Celtic had all these stats, basically battered you. And then they said something like, statistics are like miniskirts. They're really pleasing to the eye, but they hide all the best bits. So he came out as well. So he just used to come out with these quotes, right, and you were just like, what is he going on? We had a table in the dressing room that we used to write all these quotes that he came out with, and I swear by the end of the season the table was like covered with these quotes that he came out with. Sorry?
Did the players used to write the quotes down that he was saying?
Yeah, we used to, honestly, mate, we'd do these meetings before games. It was so methodical that you were in having a meeting for about an hour and a half before a game, and you were just like, can't keep going over all this stuff. And he'd always come away with some quote where he was just like, no, it's not going to do that. It was millions, honestly. He tried to say trump cards once, and he was looking for a word, and he just came out with trumpus. So he just started shouting, he's the trumpus. And the boys are like, what is he going on? he tried to come away with like, I can't remember who it was. Some Rangers player, and he just came. He's the trumpus. He's the trumpus. the boys were just like, what is he going on about?
What are you on about?
He came away and he was talking about Kanchelskis as well. He said, "Oh, he's faster. He's faster than a. And he couldn't think of it, and he just went, a sack of cheetahs. He's faster than a sack of cheetahs. He just used to come out with these things that you're just like, what is this guy all about? But
Norwegian?
He was all right. He gave it. Oh, he was Danish. Sorry, Danish. And he was, oh mate, he was off the wall, like. But he was come up. See, the fans loved him. Just because he's after match interviews, you were just actually waiting on him, just like coming away with something crazy.
Mental. Who took you under their wing, Cat? Anybody when you were coming through?
Quite a few. Derek White, who was there, he played at Celtic and Middlesbrough and teams like that. So he was actually, should be Scotland captain. He's got Scotland caps as well. So he was good with me, really good with me, because I had to move. I was only in the youth team dressing room for 1 year, then I had to move straight into the first team dressing room. So again, that was hard. But with guys like that, they were it was a good group. But you have to have thick skin if you're a footballer, because you get ribbed for everything. Your trainers, your gear, anything you say, anything you do. And I thought, I'm going to need to sell a nice pair of football boots. And it was back then where if you had to wear black boots, you couldn't get away with white boots or anything like that. I bought these black boots with like blue toes on the end, and got destroyed for having these boots. And I think I came into training one day and somebody had actually painted on the blue bits with black pen. So it was a good environment, but I swear if you kind of laugh things off, you struggle in some of the dressing rooms.
Especially the young lad going straight in there, man.
Oh no, you get paid, so you've got to have a thick skin. Me having the grey barnet, I was like,
you were great. You were great at school, were you?
Oh, it was great. It was 13. I think I came out the womb great, mate. But, so it's one of them. Just you did that quickly.
Well, mate, I mean, over 200 games for Aberdeen, in a short period of time.
I was lucky, really lucky in terms of how quickly I got in the team and stuff. How did we spell actually in the middle where I struggled a bit? I got a bad knee injury. I was coming back for that, and we just coincidentally we got a new manager at the time. So he never seen me really play. So I came back and I wasn't playing well when I come back from the knee injury. So I was in and out of the team. I was struggling for confidence. And then Jimmy Calderwood came in my last couple of seasons at Aberdeen. And he was just like, what you been doing for the last 2 years, sort of thing. He was just like, well, just been struggling to really get consistency and play games and stuff. And he was just like, come on, just sort your head out and we'll get you playing every week. So he was good for me. Jimmy Calderwood would come in, really helped me, got my sort of career back on track.
That's
a couple of years.
So you like to play the football, did he?
Yeah, he played. He coached in Holland, so every drill he did, everything was just passing. It's all about trying to play some decent football and try to play for the back and stuff. But the one thing he did, he just changed his tactics from 1 week to the next. So one season I played about 9 positions. And if we were playing Celtic or Rangers, I had the man do one of the man marking jobs. So like, just say if you were playing against Barcelona, like Messi, you need to follow him everywhere. Well, I was that guy who had to just run a bit. So he used to just go, listen, it was either Petrov. It was just like, we played Celtic, Petrov. Just be a rash, just be a rat, just annoy him the whole game. I used to run and here, and Houston's just howling on him, just kicking him. And he never kicked the ball at the games. I used to think, God, this is my job for the rest of the year, just going around, just destroying other people's games.
Brilliant. Was he good to play for, though?
He was great. Come on, see if you lost at the weekend, you come in on a Monday and it was the same atmosphere. It wasn't like doom and gloom. You just came in. I enjoyed just turning up for training. He was the two of them, him and Jimmy Nicholl. The two of them were sort of larger than life characters. So you come in and you heard them before you seen them, sort of thing, coming down the corridors, which is good, especially if you're after a defeat. So it can sometimes linger. You get into maybe a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and the results can sometimes linger and within the changing room. But with them, it was good, really good.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So you were linked to Celtic, Kev, were you?
I don't care if my agent was just at it or what, because it was linked me about 500 teams. No, I was for a wee bit. I think when my contract was coming up, so the kind of Celtic or Rangers would have to pay a fee, to be honest with you, because obviously I was still 23-year-old. I think that still came under the rules as having to pay. If I moved to any other country, I didn't need to. Nobody had to pay a fee, basically. So don't know if that had anything to do with it, but anyway, that never really materialised or never did anything else other than Cardiff. I had a few options, and then I chose Cardiff because they were desperate to sign us. It was strange. There was a few other clubs saying, "Yeah, we're desperate to get you," sort of thing, but they were like, "Oh, we'll get you down for America right away. We'll offer you this, offer you this." But so they had a sort of contract on the table waiting, basically, and I got good vibes from them. I thought, no, I'll just go and have a crack at Cardiff.
That's cool, mate. Was Dave Jones the manager then, huh?
Yeah, Dave was in charge at the time. He was really. I always played my best football sort of under laid-back managers, and that was Eb Scovdale was a bit like that when I first come in. He was sort of laid-back, chill guy, and same with Dave. Dave was horizontal, really. He just was fairly chilled, so he just let you do your own thing. He just wanted you to play. We played a lot of good football, but we just always seemed to fall short. I think it was really because we were pretty an expansive team, so we played some great football at times, but see the goals we used to concede because we were gung ho and we were just used to go for it. Looking back now, we maybe needed that wee bit of regiment, say, to just sort of show things up a wee bit at times and things like that. But Dave was good. Dave was good for me. I enjoyed my time under Dave.
What was the jump like going from the Scottish Premier League into the Championship, mate? Just
quicker, just full athletes, full of bigger, stronger players. Football wise, let's say there was too much difference. You get the obviously Celtic and Rangers at the time were as strong as they've been. Really, you've obviously got like that. I'm talking about like Larson and that sort of era, the Sutton sort of era, and Hartson sort of era. So Celtic and Rangers and that were strong teams. So they were probably a step up from the Championship. But in terms of everybody else, I think it was in football terms, it was fairly similar. But it was just the pace. But for me, it suited me because I was quick and I was athletic. So I kind of hit the ground running when I got there. So that was one main difference. It suited my game really at the Championship. Hence why that's why I ended up staying in the Championship for a fair bit of time.
For so long, I've spoken to a few guys who have played in the Championship, mate, and it's mental how the team who maybe just survives in the Championship compared to the team, maybe not the winner, but just outside the top two, how close they are. And anybody can beat anybody. It's mental. Margins
are really, really fine now. It's just that's why I was sort of touching on the sort of regimency of things, and it's the season we got promoted. We left no stone unturned with sports science. Every single thing was sort of really regimented. We never played the best football in the league, but I tell you, if it was 0-0 and it was 10 minutes to go, because of our fitness levels and everything else and everything we'd done, it was always a good chance of us winning the game. Because it was that sort of that wee bit air about us where we sort of knew we were going to win games as well. It was under Dave. Played some great football, but we never got promoted. We came close quite a few number of times, but never quite got over the line.
Because mate, 46 games for a league season is some going, is it?
Oh, it's tough going because you're like we had a couple of good cup runs, so you take that into the equation. If you add another 8 games on top of that. Yeah, you're talking 50 odd games, and sometimes you're playing a Saturday. A few times you play Saturday, Monday. The Monday games a total farce because you're dead on your feet. The standard of the game is horrific. I remember actually we played against somebody who didn't play on the Saturday. Their game got moved on the Saturday. So we played Saturday, then played the team that never played on the Monday. Got beat 4-0 for them. They just battered it because we're dead after about 45 minutes. I think it was 1-0, but we're still in the game. But second half just got steamrolled because we were dead. We're dead on our feet.
Yeah,
it's tough going. Really relentless in terms of fixtures. You're recovering. You're almost just recovering between games. It's no. Even the training gets wound down really a lot because you're almost just trying to get ready again for the next game.
Yeah. Who was the best manager you played with, Kev?
I wouldn't really say anybody who was the best. There was parts of different boys I really, really liked. In terms of like just being so methodical, was Malky Mackay. I learnt actually quite a lot off of him in terms of things behind the other side of football, in terms of looking after yourself and things like that. But under Dave, there was a license to play and enjoyed that. And there's under other managers, I learnt a lot as well under Ebby. Just again, that sort of fitness side of things, and again, just if anything, I learnt a lot of tactical stuff off Ebby. He played 4-3-3, which Scotland at the time there wasn't a lot of teams playing that. It was always 4-4-2, and it was so I learnt a lot of tactical stuff off him as well. So there was everybody had a little bit about them. It was quite hard to pinpoint somebody and just go, "Come on, he was brilliant," because everybody had a little bit where you thought, "Come on, I really like that," or stuff you thought you didn't agree with as well.
Yeah.
But it's hard. It's hard to really just point the finger at somebody and go, "He was the best," sort of thing.
Yeah, well, we're on about you've been at 2 cup finals with Cardiff.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it was mental. Really, it was just when I moved to Cardiff, wasn't expecting to get to cup finals. It was just the aim was to get promoted to the Premier League, and that was the sole focus, really. But just like football, sometimes you just get a little run going in the cup, and our fixtures were really good. I think we played Middlesbrough, who were in the Premier League, in the quarters, and that was the sort of big game. That was the biggest game, really, in terms of all the way through. We played a few teams in the same division.
Yeah,
and just found our way to the final. To against Portsmouth, who were at the time. You look back at their team; they were a good team. They were a team full of the centre midfielder Diarra, who was there, moved to Real Madrid. The following season. Yeah, so it was a good. So so you're competing against guys who are moving to Real Madrid, so it was tough. But come on, we huffed and puffed against Portsmouth. It wasn't a great final. There wasn't a lot of chances. Our keeper made a mistake, and that was it. Got beat 1-0. Unfortunate, but it's kind of. And then the other cup final again, playing against Liverpool. Were at the time a really good side, so I think we actually played better the Liverpool game. So that was, if anything, that was a wee bit more gutting in terms of obviously getting to penalties against Liverpool.
Yeah, that's so close.
It's so close sort of that. That was a sickener. I felt like a bit of a knife in the chest. That did.
Were they at Wembley or were they at Millennium? Was that?
Both. Yeah, I played at Wembley 4 times. So 2 cup finals, a semi-final and a playoff final. Obviously, the one game that we won was the semi, which was the one that wasn't important. So it was feeling like, don't want to see Wembley again.
What is it?
I've shed a few tears at Wembley.
Sorry, mate, on you go.
I've shed a few tears at Wembley, mate. We played the FA Cup semi-final at Wembley. We won that, obviously, to get to the final. Lost the final. Lost in the playoff final at Wembley, and lost the League Cup final at Wembley. So it's not happy. It's not happy stomping ground for me, to be honest with you.
Brilliant.
The one game we were supposed to win was against Blackpool. The other games we're playing against Premier League opposition, so they were tough.
Yeah.
But the Blackpool game, that was the one game I thought that was the one I look back on. I wish I could play again because I didn't play well, and the whole team didn't play well. But yeah, it was a sickener, that one.
Big Charlie scored that day.
I know, you had him on before. I'm thinking to myself, I've played in 2 games against him at Wembley, and he's beat me twice. He'll be talking about them, and I'm coming on here talking about the losing games. Cheers,
you actually told us on the live that the day before they were training at Watford, and he had a free kick in training in exactly the same place, and he just put it right in the top corner, exactly like he done at Wembley, and just strolled off the training park, and just had to be a wee bit of banter and swagger about it. And he says he just seen it in his mind for the day before, and he just stepped up and done the same thing. Yeah.
Come up, I'm sure one of the lads who's in the wall was meant to run back onto that post. We did something because we knew we played previous game against Blackpool. I think we maybe beat them 1-0. But Chaz ran the game, so obviously we knew Chaz was going to be a big player for him. And I think the video analyst at the time says he takes free kicks. So whether he want to get somebody in the wall to run back and get to the post, I think somebody was actually on their way, but it was that good a free kick. It was in before they even got back.
That was sweet, mate. Well, you went 1-0 up.
We went 2-1 up. We went 1 up. We went 2-1 up. Yep. It was just like bang, bang, bang. It was scary. It was like I thought the game would die down. It was at such a ferocious pace, and it was about 105 degrees on the pitch. And it was me and Chrissy Burke played in front of me, and Chrissy was one of these guys who just couldn't play in heat. Wee ginger guy. He used to say, "I'm just a wee ginger guy for the Gorbals." And he was. So the 2 Scottish lads running up and down the flank, and we were. After about 45 minutes, we were gone. So the game, the second half just died a death. We just couldn't get back in the game. But we just didn't play well that day at all. We lost one.
What year was it again? 2010.
Might be 2010. It was,
I seen on the Blackpool in the things. It's 10 years since Charlie scored his goal. 10-year anniversary since he scored his goal.
I know. I follow Chaz on I'm Chaz's mate, and I follow him on all his Instagrams and all his slumming. And he just retweets all these pictures. I was like, Chaz, for fuck's sake, mate. I've got to see all this crap. Go need to go a hypnotist to get that erased from my memory.
You obviously played a lot with Peter Whittingham. How good was he, Kev?
He's probably one of the best players I've ever played with. So good. Just best left foot I've ever. Yeah, best left foot by far. Striker of the ball, just football brain, everything. Football brain as well. Just could see things boys couldn't have. Delivery was as good as anybody's. But he had the swagger about him. Just everything was just so easy. And I was like off the pitch, he was just a great teammate as well. Cracking guy. Really dry sense of humour. He'd come for you when you're least expecting it, and you couldn't be mad at him because he just had he's into these personas. But he was quality. We used to play young VO games. Me and Gav Ray used to speak about these young VO games we used to have in Cardiff when Aaron Ramsey was just bursting through in the scenes. So you had Joe Ledley, who just came through, Aaron Ramsey, who came through. You had Peter Whittingham, who was young. They were in the young team. And it was against older boys like Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. Robbie Fowler was there at the time. So there was a big competitive edge with these games, but the young boys used to blitz these boys every single week because Peter Whittingham with his left foot, Aaron Ramsey as well, used to dominate these games at the age of about 16. It was scary. It's like every week, the young team used to win week after week after week. It was quite frightening.
What was Ramsey like when he first came through? Was he in them, or you just knew he was going?
When he first come through, you wonder. I wouldn't say we were. You thought, "Come on, this guy's going to go all the way," because there was a few chinks in his armour, but it was just after the one thing he did well was whenever he was on the pitch, he just had the swagger about him. Just he wanted to get on the ball everywhere, even if he'd probably got on the ball on the edge of your 6-yard box. He was that confident. So after about a few months of playing in the sort of first team environment, he just blossomed, and there was a couple of training sessions. I just remember thinking, he just banged one in with his left foot, banged one in with his right foot, and he just got on the ball constantly, and nobody could get the ball off him. And just after that training session, I thought, come on, he's got a chance. And at the end of that season, I think Arsenal and Man United were champing at the bit to get him.
Yeah.
And eventually, I'm sure Man United actually put a bid in for him, but he ends up going to Arsenal, and the rest is history, really.
Yeah. Obviously, things could have been so much different because Arsenal, you saw it at Arsenal when they were in that, well, they still are in a sticky bit, you know what I mean? But for how good a player he was, he could have been at top Man United, been a top player in that Man United team. And
yeah, he's had an unbelievable. I look back now and you look at his career and you think it's an unbelievable career. He got a few FA Cups, he got a few wee bit successes.
A couple of FA Cups,
yeah. It was one of the things that, at Man United at the time, I think Sir Alex was there, so again, he wasn't scared to throw young boys in, so he probably would have got an opportunity.
Yeah.
The thing with Arsenal, I'm not sure how the Arsenal thing come about, but to be fair to him, I think he loved his time at Arsenal. Obviously, then he's gone on to Juventus now. It's a different sort of thing. He's had an unbelievable international career. He's probably been the catalyst for them to go on and have their success at the Euros and the World Cup. So the Euros. So so he's had an unbelievable career.
Outstanding player, outstanding.
Yeah.
So, mate, where we're at, we jumped to Ramsey there. We were finishing off the.
Talk about me getting beat at Wembley. That's what we're talking about, mate.
A couple of years later was when he's got promoted the Championship season. Talk me through it, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the season before we got to the Carling Cup final, and I just remember that summer. That summer was actually quite hard for the club because the Malaysian owner changed the strips to red from blue.
Remember that?
So there was a lot of furore about that, and it was actually a tough season because of that, because the fans were kind of split a wee bit. A lot of fans didn't come to games and stuff, but the group of lads we had was just a frightening set of boys in terms of their work rate and their ethic towards games, and we obviously had a handful of really, really good players. We had Craig Bellamy was there, Aaron Gunnarsson, who's the Icelandic captain, and we had a really solid centre half pair in Mark Hudson and Ben Turner, who were good defenders as well. So we were not a great team to watch.
Yeah.
But we were just relentless in our work rate and our endeavour to win games. And it wasn't a pretty season by any means, but we just won game after game after game, and any game that was tight, we just won. We just found a way of winning games. And then we signed. I got to about Christmas time. We were a wee bit shy in goals, and then we signed Fraser Campbell. Right. He was a great signing for us. He scored a lot of really important goals for us midway through the season, and it just gave us that wee bit of momentum again, because there was a few boys flagging about middle of the season, and we just got another bit of momentum from him coming in. And then, just obviously finally got over the line from a few heartaches and close calls. We made it to the sort of Premier League.
What was it like, mate, that day when you sealed it?
Scary. It was brilliant. So we're playing Charlton on a Tuesday night, and we just had the better Hull's result. So it's 0-0 against Charlton. It's a bit edgy, and then with about 5-10 minutes to go, the crowd starts going mental. So I didn't know this at the time, but that was Hull getting beat. Hull were getting beat, drawn. So it wasn't like we were winning or anything like that. So still 0-0, really edgy game, really nervousy game. It was like, probably a horrendous game to watch. But anyway, just a couple of minutes ago, I could see the fans all just getting ready to jump on the pitch. I'm like, they must be getting beat. They must be getting beat. And then final whistle goes, and I just see all the boys celebrating at the sidelines, running on the pitch. And then next minute, all the fans are on the pitch. And then I was crowd surfing for about 20 minutes. I couldn't get back in the changing rooms. I got back in the changing rooms, and everybody had settled down. They'd been jumping about for about half an hour. I was like, I've been stuck out there for about half an hour. Couldn't get back to the changing rooms. I was like that, crowd surfing for about 20 minutes.
I bet that was a good night out, mate.
Oh, it was a good couple of weeks. It wasn't a one night out, mate. It just seemed to be one thing after the next. So I had a couple of nights out. But we had to play another game. Well, I think we had 2 or 3 days on the beer, and then we had a game at the weekend where if we won the game, we'd have won the league. So we're still going to win the league. We got secured promotion, so we'd secured second place. So we're playing Burnley, and it was the hottest day ever. We'd been on a drink for about 3 days. But the boys played really well. I think we drew the game, and again, that was enough. That was enough to clinch the league. So there was obviously another party after that. And then the following week, we were back at home playing against Bolton, and we were getting awarded the trophy at that game. So there was obviously a party after that. And then again, the following week, the season finished, and there was the open top bus job and all that stuff. So again, there was another wee party after that again. So it was great. It was something great for the memories.
Quality, mate.
Yes.
What is that like for Cardiff, mate? What does it do for the city and that?
It's unbelievable. There's obviously no massive place, but being the Welsh capital, they want to sort of put football on the map. And it's, if anything, it probably helped their national game a bit, because they've got like Sir Ramsey then developing and guys like that, and Joe Ledley's and boys like that have sort of came through these academies now. So success for Cardiff and Swansea and things like that just breeds on the academy players. That just obviously see a spike of these younger boys coming through. So I think it certainly helped their national game massively, having that little bit of success and getting into the Premier League. And obviously Cardiff's still champing on the door this season, but I think Swansea sort of did it right. They were playing really good football, probably Premier League type of football, and that's what took them, and that's why they sort of maintained their status for that sort of length of time. But for us, we were just rough and ready, and we played that sort of rough and ready kind of football, and we ended up, it didn't work out for us for one thing or another, but we ended up back in champ the following season.
What was the jump like then playing in the Premier League, Gav?
Yeah, it's just a different level altogether. I was lucky enough to play a lot of cup games against. I'd already played against Arsenal, Spurs, a few other Premiership teams. So I experienced it firsthand, and obviously, I think the hardest thing is you kind of know what the guys are going to do, because they're so sharp and they're so quick at doing it. You can't actually do anything about it. That's the one thing I found out. It's quite scary actually when you come up against these sort of world-class footballers that you're quite aware of what they're way to do, but they're just too quick at it. And I remember my first game was against Arsenal. I was playing against Santi Cazorla, and he was one of the hardest players I've ever played against. Just honestly, don't know what way to show him, because he's good on his left or his right foot. And see, for a fullback, it's pretty terrifying knowing that he can go both ways and he can chop you up. And he did. He chopped me up on quite a few occasions, but I think Santi Cazorla has got a highlight reel, and I think I've only played against him once, but I featured on it because he chopped me up in the corner. I did all right against him, but he done me once. He just chopped me, and I was like, I had to go and buy a ticket again and get back in the stadium.
Brilliant. You think you were going to finish your career there? Like the main part of your...
It was one of them changing managers. The change of managers kind of killed us a wee bit. I wasn't playing my best football at that age. I think it was just about turn 31. A new manager came in and signed the lad Fabio. So he was playing ahead of me after that. And
one of the twins
knew the writing was on the wall. Yeah, I kind of knew the writing was on the wall because I spoke to the manager at the start of the season. We got relegated, and then I said to the manager, am I going to feature? Because I didn't really want to sit on the bench and just sort of play out my career, just no playing football. It's not really what I wanted to do. And he said, there's nothing changed since last season. That's all he really said. So I was just like, that's enough for me to sort of make up my mind to sort of move on. I still had a year contract. And then Bolton came in on loan for us. And I signed a year's loan at Bolton. The year before, actually, I went on loan for about 10 games as well when the new manager came in. So it was just one of them. It was like a transitional period. So I wasn't featuring. So I was desperate. I was lucky enough to play pretty much throughout my career. I was always either first choice or, I was in and out every now and again, but I always seemed to find my way back in the first team. It wasn't until I really hit about 31 that I found myself on the peripheral. So I thought, I don't want to be a bit part player. I want to just play and just keep playing. So towards the end of my career, I jumped about a bit.
Yeah. What was Bolton like? Is that when they started to struggle?
Yeah, so I came in on loan when they were actually bottom of the league. When I came in on loan, and we kind of turned that around a wee bit towards the end of the season, and we got out of the crap basically. And then the following season, obviously, that's when they offered me another year. But I had a few injury problems early on, and then after about, I'd say 6 weeks, manager got sacked. The guy who brought me in got sacked, and Neil Lennon came in. And it's weird. I knew after about 2 training sessions, I said, I don't think he really fancies me at all. I said that, I think I said it to the missus at the time, and I don't think he really rates me. And anyway, I think we played against Cardiff, who I was on loan from. Yeah. So I couldn't play the game. So I never played that game. And then the following game, we didn't play again. And then I didn't play again, and I didn't play again. And I was like, oh no, I came here on loan to get games and I'm not even going to play.
Yeah.
So anyway, I didn't play for ages. Eventually got a chance. And then the first game I got back in, I broke my leg, got a tackle, 15 minutes into the game, smash, broken leg, which summed up the season. And that was my season finished. So I found myself with a broken leg, out of contract with a club. It was just, it was horrendous. So I was.
Were you living up there on your
holiday?
This is not go, were you?
First, a spell I was, and then when I went up for a year, I ended up bringing them up. So it was a nightmare. It's a real sort of disaster situation. The only saving grace was, honestly, I had what the hard thing was actually I was doing rehab myself. So I was actually rehab myself and having to find a club when I was still getting grief. Like, I had a bit of complications with my broken leg. I've still got a plate in the leg, but I had bone growing, like jagged bone growing where it's meant to be smooth. And so after about 20 minutes of running, I was a bit grating it. My leg was swelling up, and I was like, I was like, honestly, I was like, oh, I'm going to go on trial in about 2 weeks' time, and I can barely run for 20 minutes. So I was like, but anyway, I went to see a guy. He got his injections, and it was still sore. Don't get us wrong, but I wasn't a bit greeting after training or things like that. I was like, popping a couple of anti-inflams and then doing I was on trial for 2 weeks with like popping anti-inflammatories, just like sweeties, and just hoping I would get a contract. But so I did get a contract with Wigan for a season, and again I got hit with another absolutely horrendous injury after about 6 weeks. Signed the contract for a year. 6 weeks later, I ripped my hamstring off the bone off my thingy. It's like so. I didn't have luck towards the end of my career, just with injuries. Really, like it wasn't like like a wee niggle or anything like that. It was did it properly. Broke my leg and I snapped my hamstring off the bone. So from Wigan, but again, it was a challenge. I love Wigan though. Wigan as a club was brilliant. We ended up getting promoted that season. I only played a couple of games because of obviously my injury. And I got back towards the end of the season, but they were just winning game after game. I couldn't get back in the team, so. Yeah, but it was a great set of lads. It was one of them things where you just because it's so successful, it was a good season. Apart from obviously the nightmare I had. And for there, it was my last. Yeah, we're in League One at the time and got promoted back into the Championship. Yeah, it was a really good group of lads, and again, I was just really unlucky at that stage. I was having to batter rehab again to try and get ready for another club, which was Inverness.
Yeah.
Which was my final. That was the final club. I ended up obviously, in terms of top flight club, I ended up playing with. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, whistle past your Scotland career, mate, because you only got 4. Well,
yeah.
You still
again,
4 times for Scotland. I'm not tatting that a while, but like for the ability that you had. I don't know if it was just down to the managers and that, mate, but I thought you would have played more for Scotland, to be honest.
Again, didn't really have a lot of luck in terms of Scotland. Just I played the 4 caps were all friendlies.
You were in a lot of squads, were you?
And I was in loads of squads. I travelled the world as a substitute, an unused sub. But I never really seen a lot of pitch time. It's one of them. Just to be fair, the couple of opportunities I might have had, I had hamstring injuries. There's a couple of squads where I actually probably had a good chance of playing. I never had a lot of luck with Scotland. Even when I did play, I never really played my best. Don't know what that was down to, but again, never had much luck. But it was great. Oh, some experience. First cap was brilliant. Loved it.
Who was your first
as well? Where it was against Nigeria. It was like a Kocha and Canoe guys were not like that were playing, so it was good. Some experience. But I just never quite happened for us with Scotland. But I'm still proud to say I played and managed to get there.
100%.
Yeah, just never quite cemented the place.
Yeah. Is there anything when you look back on your career you think, I wish I'd done that different, or?
It's hard, like when I was younger, I probably lost a bit of form through injury and I probably let it linger a bit longer in terms because of my confidence. I just never should have had a wee bit more belief in myself and get myself back in, and I just took it to heart because a new manager came in and it was because he never had a lot of faith in me. I probably never had a lot of faith in myself, which sometimes the best players in the world probably some stage or another their form's going to dip, but they get back into it quickly. Like I probably Harry Kane at the minute is probably not playing unbelievable football at the minute, but he'll be back at one point. So I think mine just lingered on a bit. Looking back then, it lingered on for a couple of seasons when it should have been 6 months max.
Back in a bit. What about clubs that you could have went to? Are there any transfers that you maybe could have done? Or
I could have went to Holland, a Dutch team, NEC Nijmegen they were called. That was when I moved to Cardiff. I had a couple of championship clubs that were offering stuff, but it's one of the things. To look back, obviously on my Cardiff career, and obviously I feel like I made the right decision. So
you're a hero there now, mate. You're a Cardiff legend, man.
Yeah, Dad.
You are, right?
Come on, I was consistent. I was there forever, mate. So I was part of the furniture by the time I left.
Yeah.
Because of the silver locks, I had a wee bit of affinity for us, and I was never the best player that played with Cardiff, but I was a terrier, and I always gave my all, mate. So I think, like most fans do, they appreciate that, and so that was what probably I got quite a decent bond with the Cardiff fans.
That's cool. So see it now that you're coaching now, Kev, and just like what you just touched on there about like letting things get to you a wee bit. With the kids coming through, what would you like to try and pass on to them? What's like the big message?
Well, my major message is don't be scared to make mistakes. Just play. So always play football like you're playing with your mates. That's important because I look back on my career and I look at the times I was playing well. I wasn't thinking about anything. I was just letting things happen.
Yeah.
You were just playing football. So you probably talk about being in the zone and things like that. When you're doing well, you're not thinking about anything. You're just playing football. So I try to say it, boys. Don't worry about making mistakes. Especially, if you start thinking about things like I'm playing in front of 89,000 people here, if I make the heart sit here, you've got to be thinking. You've got to be thinking about that. You've got to be thinking that for the rest of the game. So,
yeah.
But someone I say is what I'd say. I said someone in the changing room to the young lads. He said, "Oh, listen, I've got." See, when I went out in front of 89,000 people. Were you ever one of them? Were you not scared? And I was like, nah, I wasn't scared because I know how to play football.
Yeah.
So I just went out just thinking I'm a football player. I can go and play football. I'm just going out to play football. He said if I had to go out there and try and juggle, then I would probably be scared. I said that to him, and he went, "Oh, by the way, I can juggle." That's what he said back to us. I was like, that's not the point. That's not the point I was trying to make. We're talking about juggling, but.
How is it with the younger ones? Because again, obviously, it's becoming so early now, and it's like a professional environment for such an early age. How much of that do you think that worries kids, and how much kind of freedom have they actually got to go and play?
Yes, listen. The one thing, again, from past experiences of playing football, I had a few options when I was younger. And I chose Aberdeen because I loved it. I loved the training. It was hard, but I loved it. And so there's no point in these kids, especially younger boys, talking about like the age of 9, 10, 11, coming up here and having regimented football and saying, right, you've got to get on the ball at the back and do this, do this, do this.
Yeah.
For a young kid, they're not going to enjoy that. For me, they should just be getting loads of the ball. It should be tough.
Yeah.
But they should be coming there and having a smile on their face. It's atmosphere and things like that is really important. Try and build that in a training session, and certainly from my experience, you'll ask Chaz as well. They'll say the best sort of environment is for a young boy is that to be hard but be enjoyable. So you come away from it thinking, "Come on, I loved that." But I'll tell you what, I worked hard and I learnt something from it as well.
Yeah. Because obviously when we were younger, it wasn't. It didn't have a great structure, and it did have that wee bit more laid backness about it. But I think the opportunity that the kids have got now that they do get in early, it's an unbelievable kind of the coaching for such an early age. And I think that I don't know if it's the kids themselves or parents as well that put a wee bit of pressure on, or what it is. Kind of, it's just got a slightly different feeling where it should just be here, enjoy it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know. I mean, I think. There's some parents actually want their kid to be a professional football player than some of their actual son. It's quite scary. You can see it in them, eh? You can see it like, no, you need to do this, you need it. So that's, come on, towards you getting into the first team and things like that, you should have a wee bit of pressure on you to prepare you for playing in front of 20,000 people or whatever it is you're playing in front of. You should have a wee bit of that on you. But certainly at the ages of like 14 and things like that, coming into youth academies, it should all be about enjoying it, and just try to get better. I know, like you mentioned about putting pressure on kids. I mean, the one thing I would never ever put pressure on anybody make mistakes, because at the end of the day, there's world class players make mistakes, so you're allowed to make them at certainly the age of 12 and 13, 14, stuff like that.
So, what's in store for you now, Kev?
Me, just going to try and just get through my coaching badges and see if there's any opportunities come up in football. Obviously, I'm just learning at the minute, learning at Dundee Youths.
Yeah.
Which is good because I've been there now a year and actually coming up for 2 years now. I've learnt loads for the young boys in that short period of time because it's easy. It's an easy sort of pathway for footballers just to go, again, what? I'm a right footballer, so I'm on a right coach. It doesn't work like that. It's about learning that it's a totally different skill altogether. I've made loads of mistakes since I've come in.
Yeah.
But hopefully just through that experience I'll learn from them, which hopefully will take us on and bolster the sort of rest of my career.
Do you think youth football will be where you'll settle, or do you quite fancy management, mate?
Yeah, it's just like, I think this is a great environment to learn though, because you have to, even to explain it to, you've got to break down certain things with younger players, and it's actually harder to teach. I've had a set of very good footballers, and I was just like, yeah, do this. Most of them would pick it up right away, but if you're trying to do that to a 12 and a 13-year-old or whatever it is, it's a lot harder. I'm telling you, they've not got the technique. Then you've got to try and break it down to the technique. So it's a lot harder, I find. But I think it's a good environment to learn. So, but again, I really enjoy it, but at the same time, I've got ambitions to try and just get better. And if I get the opportunity at a higher level, then I would love to take it. But this minute in time, just enjoying the youth setup.
Quality. So, mate, we're coming towards the end. It's been brilliant. But I'm just going to open it up because we've got comments coming in. And so anybody who's watching live, if you've got any questions, fire away just now, and I will fire them over to you, Kev. Mate, what a career! What a career!
Yeah, it went quickly, I tell you.
Did it, mate?
Remember to make my debut, and then now I'm still going to run along the road.
You've got Mikey Malik is saying, Kev, you should have left the Celtic boys and signed for the Lynn Craig.
I was very loyal to the Celtic boys. I think I played for under 19s all the way up to the 16s.
Stevie McNaughton saying, great career, Kev. Not many boys went on to achieve what you've done.
Yeah, come up. Stevie's still going strong. The old Lockheed.
We played in the same Celtic boys team. We won the Scottish Cup. He was a machine for early doors, like.
Yeah, he's still a machine,
still a machine.
My body's I'd still be playing if I was still going like him, but oh hell, man, Jesus. My body just fell apart. But nah, come on. I got my breaks, I got my luck. There's sometimes you didn't get them and you didn't get that opportunity. So I was lucky in terms of my opportunities I got. And I managed to take them, but at the same time, it doesn't happen for everybody.
It's good getting at that early age because, as you say, getting through in there, you never had the time to think about it as well. You just, this is it. I better fucking pull my socks up.
Yeah, definitely. But I was in these people. I was quite relaxed in terms of getting on the ball and stuff like that. It's one thing that I remember the Aberdeen coach. I played for the reserves when I was at school, and it was just through it again. It was first ever reserve bench I'd ever been on because we were really low numbers in the first team had games, so they didn't want to play any of the experienced players. So I got on the bench, and I got thrown on at half time again. And because I wasn't bothered to getting on the ball and stuff, and was getting on it, they were just like, "What's this wee boy a bit?" He's trying to get on the ball everywhere. So I wasn't really scared to play.
I think you need
that. It's important.
It's important, mate. And it's definitely. Right, let's see.
Point doing it, sorry.
No. If you weren't a footballer, what would you be?
I didn't hate Scooby-Doo because it wasn't a great school, to be honest with you. I'm actually quite glad I made it as a football player. Be on the dole, I think.
I didn't come up with this
Nah,
meme.
I don't care.
Well, you would be an artist now, mate, would you?
Well, I was into techie drawing and stuff like that, so maybe that sort of route. I wanted to be an architect, actually, at one stage.
Yeah.
But I didn't kind of have the brains for it, but sort of was wanting to go down that road. But luckily stumbled into football, thank God. I'd be struggling, mate.
Right, I've got this in, right? I didn't come up with this means. Ask him to sing Nessun Dorma.
What
is that?
Oh, that's my karaoke song, mate.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
That was Gordon.
You wouldn't expect that to this, no? Is that Gordon Hone?
Gordon Wilson.
All right. Okay. I've sang the old Nessun Dorma a few times on nights out. I've got a voice of an angel.
He's just asking. We sort of touched on this. Then I can if he was if he wasn't on, but on the coaching side, mate, what's the most important thing you would recommend to the young ones coming through?
That's not a bad question. Just that no fear. Obviously, you should always play the game. Like I say, like you're playing with your mates, but just I was obsessed with football. So there was obviously quite a lot of distractions in your life that you're just going to come across.
Yeah.
But it's just about maintaining that focus. So, I was pretty single-minded. That's always in my head. Thought, I'm going to be a football player. That's it.
Yeah.
So I did everything I could to become it. There was times when I thought, I'm not sure if I'm going to make it, but
yeah,
went again. Just kept grafting when it was going tough, and kept sort of thinking, I'll get through it and I'll go again. So there'll be certainly loads of setbacks for young players. There'll be setbacks. So that the piece of advice I would give to young players would be, just maintain your focus and still keep going when things are going rough, because give it another 6 weeks, which is a long time in football. You'll be forgetting about what's happened and get back on track.
Yeah. Just building up that resilience, yeah.
It's like football is a mental game more than anything else. I know that I certainly watch players who play youth team football who make a mistake and then it's now affected the rest of the game. Again, that's important that you get over the little things quickly, because you don't want things festering. It's just I've scored OGs, I've made thousands of howlers. Even the FA Cup, on the run to the FA Cup, the first game we played against Chase Town, I scored an OG. To kickstart them. They were up 1-0, and they were the lowest ranked team. So the game was on TV. It was on BBC because they were the lowest ranked. I was like, can't even get away with this, not even being on telly. It's like, so again, just got them in the game, just got back and we ended up winning. So it's the things, you're going to make mistakes, so get rid of them.
Yeah. I think the biggest things I would say, man, is between the ages of 15 and 19, like, do what you done, mate. Be single-minded, isolate yourself away from all the distractions and just get your best shot for them in between that many years, man. Get up every day and just go for it, because, as you say, mate, your whole career went like that. And them 3-4 years will definitely go like that. Yeah,
definitely. It was like, I was probably lucky in terms I moved obviously up to Aberdeen. I was away from all my mates. I was away from that distraction. Away from them going out on the weekend with their pals and all the rest of the boys. So if anything, that was probably a good thing as well. I got away up the road. So I lived and breathed football for, I was in digs with two other lads who lived and breathed football, and they were actually, they two boys were fitness freaks, and they were more than me, 100% than me. So I picked up stuff they were doing. I was like, oh hell. So I was in that environment where boys was probably even there, tuned into football than I was. So I just learnt for that. So try and pick up on things.
Therefore, right, we'll see if one more. See if we've got one more. Who's the best player you've ever played against?
Santi Cazorla was up there. He was just, come on, you see, because I was quick, I didn't mind playing against wingers who had a bit of pace. I always felt, come on, I could kind of hold my own here. If they didn't have loads of tricks and they've just got a bit of pace, then I thought I would. So come up against Santi Cazorla, I was just like, oh. So he was like chopping and changing. There was the earlier career, I had the man marks the likes of Arteta and Petrov and boys like that. Arteta he was quality. He was different class. And obviously I had to mark Suarez at set plays in the final. He was just so intelligent, just his movement in that, even in that one game. It was tough, really tough. But there's been loads. Yeah. Van Persie as well. He played against him when he was at Arsenal. We played them in the cup, but it was that was to do a job on him was a nightmare. Fleming, like I said, these guys just. You know, at one stage you're going to get the better of you, but you just obviously just try to hold your own for as long as you can. Yeah,
because you've obviously got like a Premier League player, and then you've got somebody like Van Persie. You know what I mean? Where it's like,
there is a difference there. Yeah. That's it. You get the boys who are the cream sort of thing. Like even Craig Bellamy came into Cardiff, and when he first came in, he was I can't remember what age he was when he came in, but he was obviously at the twilight of his career. But he was still, he was still between the ears. He just always made the right decision with passing and just the way he trained as well. He trained like a lunatic.
Yeah.
So if anything, towards the end of the career, I was like, if I'm training like him when I'm that age, then fair play to him, because he didn't miss many sessions. Or even like played with Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. He was the same. He was like 36 and he never missed a training session. I was like, this guy's a machine.
I like listening to him, man, because he's been a manager at a couple of clubs, and when he speaks, he's writing his own wee football. And he comes across dead well.
He's a great guy. He knows his football. He's sort of the guy you didn't want to pass. You didn't want to pass it straight past him, because he's an angry guy. He's a very angry guy. He's got a little circle around him. If you didn't pass it to him in that wee circle, then you're going to get an earful. Like if you're on the receiver end, a few of them for him.
Wow, what a player!
Very good. Very good player.
Did he hit the ball? Did he hit what the boy's name with a golf club?
Right, Risa.
Can't read it.
Come on, I never heard that story. I never asked him about that, actually.
What was that?
It's a story about the boy Risa when he was at Liverpool. I think he hit him with a golf club or something like that. But I never got to the bottom of that. Bellers was another one as well, who just an angry man. But
Bellamy. That's how he's on about.
Yeah, Bellamy, yeah. He's another angry guy, yeah. Just to be fair, the guys who make it to the top are usually quite perfectionists, so they expect it for you. I don't know if you've seen that Michael Jordan.
Mate, I've been telling everybody about it.
Well, that's what it's like. You see, you play against certainly these sort of top class athletes. They just expect and demand standards from you, and you get on the end of a bit of abuse at times, but you've got to take it. Sometimes you give it back. Because I remember Bellers gave me a hard time for a few weeks, and he did something. He didn't track a runner once, and I gave him it right back. Just and to be fair, he never gave as much. He never gave as much grief after that. To be fair.
Bellamy here, what a career he had, man. Ken, when he came to Scotland, everybody was people from down south were thinking, Ken, what are you doing coming up and playing at Celtic and things like that? But he went back down the road and still smashed it.
Yeah, he was class. He was he was one of these guys who just did everything off a training park as well properly. So he was a total athlete,
yeah.
pace, everything, just decision making. That's the one thing. Decision making with him was incredible. See the last thing he did, whether it was his final ball or his shot on goal, was always quality. It was always a different class. One thing you notice with really good footballers as well is that little end product is always different gravy.
Brilliant. Well, Kev, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I can only thank you again for coming on.
No worries, mate. Anytime.
Superb. Anything else you want to add before you go?
Nah, mate, just think we covered most of my career. Probably did as well as I could. I got the mist out my body as I could. So.
I know, brilliant. Superb. Right, guys.
Nah, cheers, mate.
Spot on. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Some comments coming in, mate. I'm going to read into them when I come off. But thanks a lot for coming in, jumping on. Go ahead, share away, and drop any comments in, any other questions, and we'll get them over to Kevin. He can answer them later. Spot on, guys. Have a good one.